G'day folks. Just like all jobs, as soon as you start digging under the surface, you find a few things that you need to do to accommodate. After doing some cutting, I decided to cut a bit more concrete out. And the reason why is all the way along this area here, the concrete was only really about a centimetre thick, half an inch, and quite soft as well. I was going to concrete over it to smooth it out, but the trouble is it's kind of like putting paint on a peeling wall already. So I've just spent this morning cutting it out, just doing a little bit of cold chiseling, taking out little lumps. Then I'll scoop it all out. I'll come back along with some new concrete. I guess that's how it goes. Good morning, everyone. So it's a nice day. This shed project has taken me so long that I've gone from skipped a whole season in the middle there. Well, not skipped, worked through some of it, but it's certainly taken quite a lot longer than I thought. Of course, in South Australia, although we're still under some COVID practices or restrictions, I'm nowhere near as home as I thought I might be. So, at any rate, last week I showed you that I was doing the concreting for this. So what I have to do now is I have to take out all of these bits and pieces that will keep the wood in place, and otherwise I think I'm pretty pleased with it. It did shrink a little bit, it's not quite level, but it's going to provide the support that I need across this edge here. So I'm going to get to it. Hopefully it's not too difficult taking out some of these screws. So overall I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe there's a few little bits just on the edges where the wood join that I need to just take off a little bit with the diamond saw, but I don't expect much. This whole edge here will probably be covered with some sort of a cement sheet plank of some particular brand. So yeah, let's have a closer look. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this edge here. Seems pretty strong, doesn't sound loose at all. Even tapping along the edge there, there's no flakiness. Quite a smooth surface there along where the wood has taken away. It's a nice bit of a lip there. You can see the concrete has still got a little bit of moisture in here, which is good because concrete is harder if it sets off slower, even though this is a fairly fast setting cement. You can see that I've got a reasonable level here with my wood mounts of where the top plate is going to sit. You can see, perhaps you can, that it's relatively level. There's a little piece here which comes up higher, but I always knew that the edge of this concrete here probably sat up a little bit too high anyway, but I do think that this is a little low. But if you remember, this is where the wood plate is going to be sitting, and indeed it's held in place quite rigidly by the concrete wrapping around it. So I suspect that that's quite an adequate solution. And you can see what I was talking about in terms of a lip just here. This beam, this beam here on the edge actually did fall back out a little bit. I had no way of really keeping it there except to keep it against all of this metal here. I thought it was probably adequate. I think probably the wind moves these big steel doors a little bit, wiggles it around, and it separated ever so slightly. So you could see that along the edge I was going to be flush with this steel. That's my mark, and it's a little bit out, but I don't expect it is the whole way along, and I really don't expect that that's going to be a problem to cover up either. So that's my concreting. Yay. And of course, because I took out all of this crap concrete along the bottom, I'm going to have to fill that back, and I'm guessing that I'm going to have to take this crappy concrete out, although it's a lot thicker, but it's too high to probably put just even a render on. You know, there's a significant problem with using your mobile phone as a camera. You're right in the middle of your flow, you're talking it through, and all of a sudden the phone rings. It cuts you off, and you don't realise it either, so you just keep talking, and go, oh, my phone's ringing, so I've got to answer it. Anyway, just to let you know it did ring. Back to the topic at hand. Taking out the concrete here, and that needs to be reconcreted. And you can see how deep it got down this end. Well, I suspect that that's how deep it will be along that whole edge. The trick is that there's probably not enough depth there to just put a rendering surface over it to be able to make a smooth pavement. And so I basically need to determine whether or not that is indeed what I'm going to do, is cut it out, or if I just leave it as a crappy piece of pavement.